Hey, it's Sophia, and today is the winter solstice of 2014, and I just wanted to let you know I just had a cool event online. It was a journal re-read-a-thon event, and something happened during it where I got a little cut off at the beginning, so I wanted to create this YouTube video for anybody who wanted to watch it later and jumped into the second half and they kind of missed my intro. So what is the event? The event's all about taking some time on the winter solstice to dive in and be super introverted and super like just by ourselves, thinking about our own stuff and following our own guidance to reread our journals, because I think that journals are an amazing tool for everything. They're just so good. Like when I discovered them, I used to kind of really admire my best friend when I was in middle school, who would keep hers and she'd fill it with all these photos and all these things, and she got me into the idea of doing journals. And I used to keep one for a while, but I think I kind of became very scared through some things in my life. I had I had a new stepmom who was very critical of me. I had like popular kids. I was like starting to become friends with the popular crowd, and they spread all these horrible rumors about me, saying I was a witch and like being mean and like just making up stuff too. And it was just so scary. I think I honestly, it almost felt wrong to write my thoughts out, because it felt like better to just be doing things instead of to be trying to sort out my so uncomfortable emotions. I think I didn't really want to face that. So I actually just didn't really keep I had one journal that I kept for like 10 years because I would just write a little bit in it every day, every once in a while. Mostly boy related, honestly. So I didn't really like reading that either. But then something changed after I graduated college when I graduated magna cum laude with a degree in political science. And I sunk into this huge depression right after. I just was like, where am I supposed to be in this world? Like, what am I supposed to be doing? I'm too sensitive to be in politics. What was I thinking? I wanted to be a diplomat. I wanted to like bring world peace and talk to people from different cultures and like help them somehow. I wanted to do something cool with the State Department, all these things, but like I realized upon graduating, like everyone in my family is self-employed. Like, who am I kidding? I can't be hired by the government. I can't do any of this stuff. So I just felt very lost, and I felt like, again, my friends didn't understand me after all those years, and starting to come into myself, and didn't seem like they really knew who I was. And writing was really my solace at that time. I learned about morning pages, where you write every day for like 3 pages every morning when you first wake up. And even though I was waking up before 6 to do it, and I hate waking up early, I did it because it was really important to me to figure my stuff out, to know what I was going to do for the rest of my life. I was so lost. That was something that was the same every time in my day. That was like something to hold on to. And I noticed that when I didn't do it, I felt worse. Was more stressed. I was more anxious. It was harder to go through my day. So it became like a survival thing for me. Like I had to write. And something that's interesting with Julia Cameron in The Artist's Way, when she tells you to do these morning pages, she says at first, don't reread them. Don't reread them, is what she says. But then later on, you get through the book, she's like, okay, yeah. Now you can reread them. Now you can underline them. Now you can like highlight the to-do things you still want to do. And so it's really funny, this whole concept of like, do we even bother to reread our journals? Like, should we? Would it be better to just write stream of consciousness and then never look at them again? Because sometimes it is just kind of blah. Like, it's nice to get in the habit of not expecting a lot out of us. But at the same time, I really do feel like there's gems in there. There are gems. Because I would go through and I would see like, oh, there's this thing, it's really bothering me. Like, there's this person in my life that honestly, like, I don't really like being her friend. Like, I don't feel like we're friends. I feel like she's attacking me. And all these things, you know, and I could ignore it on a day-to-day basis, but when you see it on black and white, you can't. And I started to get ideas, and I started to like want to go do open mics, and I started to write poetry and short stories, and all these different creative things started opening up as I started to write. But seeing the actions that I need to take to really put myself out into the world, I think that really started in my journals, and in rereading them, when I could see something repeating over and over, it's like, okay, I have resistance around this, but clearly something in my heart is saying that I need to do this thing. And, you know, I think getting in touch with that guidance is what allowed me to follow my path into a place where no one else would have told me or advised me to go that way, but it's what felt right to me. It helped me to know what was right for me and ultimately be more happy than I had been. I ended up going to massage school. I ended up deciding that I wanted to do it got me closer to my intuition. I wanted to do deeper healing work with people. I wanted to do more spiritual work with people. I wanted to do more creative work with people. And I wanted to really create my own job. I wanted to work for myself. I wanted to write whatever I wanted to write, and I didn't want to be held accountable by a boss. I just wanted to do my own thing. And all of those are just so me, but I wanted to share it because I wouldn't have been able to follow my path if it hadn't been for the simple fact that I journaled every single day, and that occasionally I would take the time to reread some pages and realize, like, hey, there's a reason why I was brought to read these pages right now, because there's something unfinished here, and I can do something about it now. So I wanted to create this hour where we can get in touch with our journals, get in touch with that inner blueprint that's a part of all of us. I think that there is sorry, my glasses are kind of reflective. I think there's a part of us that's like a roadmap to the perfect unfolding of our life. And when we read our journals, we're able to see that roadmap, and we're able to see all of the crap and the veil that keeps us from being able to see it easily. And so many people ask me, Sophia, like, your intuition is spot on. How do I become more intuitive? Write. And reread what you write. That's a really great way to hear yourself, to trust yourself, to know your voice, to see the different voices that are working in you, the difference between that critical, fearful voice and that intuitive voice that knows. It's a great, great, great tool, and it costs only a few dollars to be writing and rereading. Man, it is such a productive activity. So anyway, so this winter solstice, I created a video, a webinar time, so that way if you want to just take a few minutes to get started diving into your journals, it's not going to be all day, just a little short period of time. I created this video. It's only about half an hour now because I had a computer issue. So there's one 15-minute block where I've just sitting with you, reading my journal. We have other people reading their journals, sharing about the process. It's really cool. And if you'd like to do that with me, you can go to my blog, sophiawren.com/blog. There's a link there to the event. You can sign up for it. It's going to be a 48-hour replay. It's limited time. Maybe we'll do the event in the future. You let me know if you like it. But before I sign off, I want to just go with the invitation that I had at the beginning that got cut off. And that way you can get started on your own right now, rereading your journals, whatever you're guided to look at, whether it's a journal, your Facebook page you've been posting on, your Twitter feed, your blog, some other writing you're doing. Just what do you think that you need to review for you? What has been calling to you is like, oh, I really need to do that. This is a perfect time, with it being the winter solstice, right before the new moon, right before the new year, or really any time. Like, this is something I'm going to need to do, like, all the time. If you're here on this video, maybe now is the time. Do you have like 15 minutes? Do you have 5 minutes? Do you have just a few minutes that you can go just dip your toe into that thing that you feel like you really need to go revisit? I am hoping for you and calling in for you sacred space. So that way, that information, that meaning and significance that runs through everything, through the night, through the day, through the seasons, through every living being, through the written word, and the power to relay messages, that you will find a message in this moment right now, that you will be guided to the messages that you need to hear, that you need to process, that you need to understand, that you need to act on, that you need to embody, that you will be put into touch with the right messages in the right places at the right time for you, and that all you need to do is listen in and just move with how you are being pulled and guided by your intuition, because you have all the answers inside of you, and you have sparkling, wonderful gems that are scattered in different places, and it's up to you to collect them in, and when you do, you will have the full picture, because you have everything, and it's just going to remind you that you have all of the power, all of the wisdom, and all the experience, all the ideas, and all the guidance and support that you need to take your next step forward. My name is Sophia Wren. I'm here for you if you need any support going into the new year. I also offer free strategy sessions on my site. Go to sophiawren.com. There's a new tab. It says book a free consultation where we can talk about what your dreams are, the adventures you want to be taking, the improvements in your business or creative life, or anything that you're working on, and you can go ahead and apply for a free session. We can talk things out, and I can provide more resources to you, but really hold space for you as you start to get clarity within yourself and connect to your intuition. So thank you so much for watching this. I hope that you take some time to check out your journals, and if you want to have a little bit more of something to put on and have beside you as you do your writing, you can go to sophiawren.com/blog and we can reread our journals literally together. Alright, hope you have a fantastic holiday and New Year, and enjoy your winter solstice. Hopefully it's as lazy and comfy as mine is. Alright, bye.